is that you? Welcome to the latest episode of the Airplane Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your trusted internet pilot on this here episode of the Airplane Show. Yes, sir. Well, as you can see, we are in X-Plane today. X-Plane 12 it is. Yeah, I have not really given up on 2024, but if my bottom of my screen is a little wonky, it's because I had the light off right now. I may have to turn that on to get the green screen to show up a little better. We'll see if it continues to be fuzzy like that. I'll fix it. But yeah, I have done my best to get some of these big airplanes to work in Microsoft 2024. If I just run the simulator alone, no other... Man, why is Kick giving me problems today? Oh well, fuck it. I put the stream key in. If it don't want to work, it don't want to work. That's really a shame though. Use authentication, share with OBS. Let's try to use... Okay, reuse the stream encoder from OBS. Wonder if I can stream snipe my screen. Oh well, fuck it. I'll worry about Kick later. So anyway, yeah, I've done everything I could do in 2024 with these bigger airplanes. Fenix, PMDG, Flight Sim Labs. You know, last couple of updates, like it just does not have good frame rates. These big aircraft. On 2020, it's okay. On X-Plane, it's always great. So yeah, so we are going to try our best to fly this today. Let me just do one last thing here with Kick. Yeah, I just do not know why Kick is not... This says connecting, reconnecting. It might be having just issues. Oh well, fuck it. All right, so let's jump into this airplane. Let's get our flight plan plugged in. I can tell you one thing. It's no BS for a reason. There's one thing about this airplane that I already can tell you I don't like already, and that there's no DC, there's no DICU down there. And when you have your your MCDU, when you have your MCDU up, you can't connect to the ATC or get clearance or any of that kind of stuff like you can do in Fenix and stuff like that. So, you know, it's all good. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and get our ground power connected. Let's get our chocks put on. Let's go save a few seats in the back real quick. And then we will get this airplane turned on and get out of here. I had really no idea that Flight Factor made a Airbus until last night. I was getting ready to get 2 lists, and I'm like, I just don't want like another Inabuilds type of airplane. Like not that Inabuilds is bad. I just get tired of. It's like their quality is the same on every airplane. It's like almost really good, but not so good. Almost really good, but not so good. Yeah, that is a shame that Kick is not working. Once I get in the air, I'll play with it a little bit. I don't know if I hopefully will be able to finish this flight. I have a meeting, an online appointment today at 1:15. I should do a 777 flight right now and just let it fly while I'm at the appointment. That would probably be the best thing to do here. All right, so in memory of the quartering, how was everybody's weekend? How was your day today? Oh, why is it not working? All right, Smiths. Stream's current bit rate is higher than the recommended bit rate. We recommend, what does it say here? We recommend
stream with a bit rate of 2500. Really? And I'm at 10,000 kilobytes right now, and they recommend 2500? All right, I didn't realize that that'd be a problem. I don't think that's something I can change right now. All right, let me save this seat. All right, let's get the airplane turned on. Let me get the sound turned on first. Game audio. All right, so far so good. Nav lights. I did put the screens on a little quicker. I think I put it on like 5 times. All right, browser. We have our map. Performance calculator. Okay, excellent. All right, let's get our flight plan plugged in here. Do I have access to Avatar? Ooh, I certainly do. That is lovely. I tell you what, instead of just hearing the wind blowing, I'm going to turn the sound down to the aircraft for a little bit. All right, let's blow this up a little bit. We have the air rack in there. Let's do initialization. Initialization request. IRS initialization. Align on reference. Confirm alignment. Okay, flight number 1837. It should be NKS. $18.37. Primary is good. Get our wind pulled in. All right, one thing I do want to do, well, let's get our initial flight plan set first, and then we'll plug in our secondary option in case we have an engine out while we're departing today. Okay, we have flight plan, we have 18 left. Looks like we have Red Sox already in there. Yeah, Red Sox, and okay, that looks good. And then for our arrival, actually, let's get rid of this manual here. Clear. Okay, that's now good. At the very end of our flight plan. So let's save that for a second. Let's do this. Do arrival. Okay, we have Gibbs. Very good. So now let's get rid of this manual here. Clear, 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 clear. Insert. All right, let's go down to the actual FMC here in a moment. Let's go to map. I don't know if this is going to give us waypoints. I don't think it will. Maybe it will. 20 miles. Let's go to the south. Oh yeah, I can't see that. All right, let me just pick something out on Navigraph on my tablet here, my iPad. Come down here. Go to secondary flight plan. Go secondary flight plan. Go initialize. Oh yeah, and another thing that this airplane does not do, when you hold in the recall button for 3 seconds, it doesn't show anything up here, like any processors. It doesn't say normal or any. It just, when you hold that button in, it's supposed to show you like if there's anything behind the scenes that needs to be taken care of or something that we might have missed. All right, so we have KMCO, KMCO. Right now we're leaving on 18 left. Put our flight number in, NKS 1837. We'll just put a cost index of 6 in there. Flight level 38,000. Okay, 380. Okay, now let's do flight plan. All right, so we are taking off on runway 18 left. Let's see what is below us here. All right, we have, we'll put in Yeehaw. So let's go, let's see here, Y. Let me see if that's 20 miles. It's easy to do now. They have this little tool for calculating distance now on here. Okay, yeah, so we'll do, yeah, Django will work. We'll do, no, we'll stick with Yeehaw. So let's see here, Y-E-H-A-W. All right, let's put that in there. And then for our approach again, we're just gonna do the same runway we're taking off from. We'll say 18 left. Actually, let's see which runways are active for departure, departure, departure. Let me look at their ATIS here. Oh, you're not gonna pull ATIS up on Avatab, actually. All right, KMCO. We'll do 17 left. Left. There we go. Let's get rid of discontinuity. Okay, so our secondary flight plan is plugged in. for approach. QNH right now is 3020. Current temperature is 29 degrees. Wind is 100 by 9. We'll just say 450 for our decision height. And then we'll do flaps 3 configuration, which is probably going to be the new normal pretty soon with these airplanes. All right, let's go ahead and get our airplane all filled up here with goodies, like people and fuel and all that shit. All right, so according to our flight plan here, we have a total of 16.7-ish for fuel. Oh wow, it's got the exact amount of, oh, almost the exact amount. All right. Passengers, we have a total of 186. All right, so that's good. Full air stairs. All right, cargo. It's only 10,200. Dry configuration 1+F thrust flex. All right, calculate. All right, that's good. Let me see why this. Okay, oh, now we can change the fuel. Oh, look at that. That's pretty dope. All right, so can we just type in 16? Oh yeah, we sure can. Let's do 16,800. Very cool. Full and cargo, let's call forward and back. And that's going to be a total of 10,200. Get this finished up here. And then we'll get the APU turned on and our initialization. Zero fuel weights. Oh, you know, I guess I'll wait. Let's get the APU fired up. Let me turn down the music and get the APU fired up. All right, let's turn on the fuel pumps. Cabin air supply. Get the APU air. So the APU is starting. All right, airplane is refueled. We can deactivate truck. Sounds like AP. Hey, what's up from Canada? How you doing, my friend? Wakuba, that's a cool name. How you doing, my friend? Pretty good? A lot of wind noise this airplane has. we can get rid of passengers. Not get rid of passengers, but we can remove that. And cargo, we have a total of 10,200. That's close enough. Set that. And now we can remove everything here, and now we can actually plug in our... Give me 1 second. Let me make sure the okay, APU is on. Let's start the clock. In 3 minutes, we'll put the bleed air on. That'll give it time to clear out the lines for any, you know, gases or anything that may still be in the line. Okay, let's get our McDo over here. Our 0 fuel weight. We have 125.8. We have 125. And then center of gravity is 24.2. Really? Huh. That is interesting. Okay, so maybe it's just 12.6 for the weight then. Let's try that. That doesn't make sense to me, but okay, we'll try it. 12.6 and 24.2. That's what I thought. Entry out of range. $126. Oh, there we go. What? 57? Oh, they might. This thing still has it in kilograms in this here. Yeah, because look, the block of fuel is 7. See, that's so dumb. I have it. Why can we have it on pounds on here, but then it's in kilograms here? And you don't give us a way to calculate that. All right, that's all right. Like the Flight Factor 777, I believe that has a page where you can plug in like knots to miles per hour and meters to, you know, feet, which is I think like 3.2 or 3.3, but still. All right, so that should be good. And then performance, takeoff data. Okay. So we have 1. And what is our, does it give us our, trim? It doesn't say anything about trim here. Okay, does it have it under performance data? I doubt it would. Oh yeah, here we go, up 0.1. Okay, so for flaps we have 1 flash. We'll try U first. Up 1. All right, let's just try 1. What? All right, that works fine. So let's try 1 slash. We'll try this +1. Alright, that didn't work. We'll try 1.0. Alright, that doesn't work either. Usually it's just like U or D, or you just type it in. Maybe you can't input it. I thought this airplane was supposed to be like next level shit. This is worse than Phoenix. Not that Phoenix is bad, don't get me wrong. Phoenix is awesome. She is pretty, that is for sure, my friend. If I can't get this inputted here on this try, we just gonna go without fixing the trim here. We can always fix it by hand, I guess. All right, so that doesn't work. All right, so we'll just leave it in this one, that's fine. Flex to 64, that all looks good. Okay. Our Q&H again is 3020, I believe. Dude, that says 1022. which is probably the same thing. 3020. Get that updated real quick. Alright, it's definitely been 3 minutes. Let's get the APU bleed on. We'll get the ground power turned off, and then we'll back up and get out of here. Alright, ground the services here. States. Yeah, there we go. Service. We can get rid of that and that. All right, let me get the clearance from the ATIS and the ATC. All right, according to this, we have ATIS is 125.25. Attentions. Where are you at, man? Buddy, there you are. Nothing's happening with say intentions either. Interesting. Let me try to test them out, see if we can hear them.
This is what COM 1 sounds like.
Yeah, we can hear them.
This is what COM 2 sounds like.
Alright, so fuck it, let's just do it this way. Requesting clearance, or what's going on, buddy? I'm gonna say intentions.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Thank you.
Wings 1837, clear to Indianapolis by the Red Sox 1 departure, then as filed, climb and maintain 4,000, expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure, departure on 119 or 14, squawk 4641, expect runway 18 left.
Cleared Indianapolis by the Red Sox 1 departure, climb maintain 4,000, departure 119.4, squawk 4641, roger that, runway 18 left. Spirit reset. Alright, let's get the departure set here. 119.
Wings 1837, read back correct.
Get this set up here real quick. We have 4641. Put this on above. Put this on for now. All right, let me turn up our flight attendant a little bit here. All right, let's get clearance for pushback. Orlando ground, Spirit 37, requesting push and engine start.
Spirit Wings 1837, push and start approved, tail southeast.
And let me just drop their volume down a little bit. Okay. All right, so tail southeast would be I guess this way here, which would make sense. All right, let's get pushback planned.
Ground to cockpit. Fine acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit. Fine acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, let's get the packs turned off for now. We're gonna do ground proximity, landing flaps 3, just in case we need to do a bulk departure or something like that, where we need to land, like if we have an engine out situation. Lock the door.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Hydraulics look all right. All the doors are closed. Okay. All right, whenever you're ready to push, I'm ready, buddy.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. So connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake.
Oh shit. I didn't realize that button did that. Alright. Let's try to release the parking brake.
Starting pushback. And you may start engine.
Alright, let's get engine 1 started. It's so windy, man. I don't like that. Hopefully that wind dies down soon. It feels nice to actually get into an airplane and do something. I think we're the wrong direction. I think they have us going the wrong way. should have went the other direction. That's all right. We'll just do a big U-turn. All right, we'll do a 2-engine taxi today. Get engine 2 fired up. This wind is fucking crazy. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that I can't turn down some of the sounds or something. That is atrocious. Oh my God. It's probably the air. Let me try aircraft interior. Let me just turn that down. Oh, that's definitely better. Oh yeah, that's definitely better.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brakes on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Put our packs back on for now. APU bleed off. Turn off the APU so we can save some fuel. Turn on our traffic system.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
That's armed. Flaps 1. And let's turn on our... What? This doesn't work? Are you fucking kidding? For $80, you guys can't get the weather to work? I mean, maybe it does work when we do this, but we should be able to flip these fucking switches for $80, motherfucker. Jesus. This is like almost Captain Sim. I should have bought 2 lists instead. Man, I tell you what, maybe Microsoft Copilot and Grok, those AI channels, maybe they, you know, maybe they're in cahoots with these guys. At least we have a metric button. That's good. I like having that metric button. We'll use that when we get to our top of, descent. All right, let's get the request for taxi. Orlando ground, Spirit Wings 1837, requesting taxi clearance to runway 18 left.
Spirit Wings 1837, runway 18 left, taxi via Charlie 1, Charlie Bravo 1.
Copy that. Taxi to runway 18 left via Charlie 1, Charlie Bravo 1, Spirit Wings 1837. All right, so what do you say? Charlie 1, Charlie Bravo 1. So that's going to be Charlie 1, Charlie, and then, okay, yeah, we definitely have to turn around here. All right, let's make a big U-turn here. I do have both levers set separately, by the way. All right, at least the rudder pedals work right now. I may have to hold on to my unit here to, not my unit, but like the the unit of the yoke here. Because sometimes when I push the pedals very hard, the turn, sometimes it actually like pushes the unit away from me. Man, look at the turning radius on this thing, man. Southwest can't do that. Yes, let me do this here real quick. Let's pause here for a second. Let me get her turned up a little bit. Channel 2. There we go. All right, let's go now.
Before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. Put them on and inflate only after leaving the aircraft.
All right, taxi lights are on.
Guide you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you. In case of evacuation, leave all
All right, we are on Charlie 1 right now.
instructions immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot or catches fire, please inform the crew member right away.
Put on
The
constraints.
information card in your seat pocket contains all details.
Put constraints on until we get to about 10,000 feet. And then once we get to 10,000 feet, we will switch to airport mode in case we need to go back. Which we probably won't, but if we have to, at least we'll have a chance to go back. That's why we plug in that secondary flight plan right from the beginning. That way, if we have to turn around, or if there's a ban engine during takeoff, you know, we already have the flight plan put in. We have the runway put in. We already have flaps 3 put in on the ground proximity warning. I kind of miss Spirit Airways. I never flew on Spirit, but I kind of miss them. I miss seeing them flying over my house on the way to a BWI. I always liked it because you could pick it out easily in the sky, just like most of the time with Southwest, because it's purple or orange. At least with Spirit, you're like, oh yeah, look at that yellow school bus in the sky. Be fighting on there just like they do in real life. Yeah, I thought I reprogrammed this button for parking brakes, but I guess I didn't. Interesting.
Interesting.
All right, we are on Charlie 1 right now. I'm going to give comms to the co-pilot here in a moment. Put our brakes on max. We'll do our takeoff test here in a moment once the cabin is secured. Right before we make this turn, we're going to check our flight controls, make sure they're okay. Still very windy, my goodness. That's crazy that there's this much wind noise already. We're not even in the air yet. There's no way that pilots hear this much wind noise when they're taxiing. Unless you're taxiing in a tornado. All right, we're getting ready to pull up on Charlie. Let's make this turn, and then we're going to stop for a second. Check our flight controls. Now, we can see the rudder works because we're turning it now, even though that probably wouldn't show like that while we're on the ground, but... All right, let's go full forward. Okay, full back. All right, full port. And starboard. All right, controls work. Free and clear. Let's do a takeoff. Okay, that's normal. Let's give them a little ringy-dingy. Let them know.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, cabin crew, take your seats for departure. I forgot, we actually have a welcome thing on here. PA,
Copy,
here we
Captain.
go.
Cabin is secure and crew are taking seats now.
Oh, we have automatic announcements. That's cool. Probably need to turn the PA on for that.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
I don't know if leaving that on PA is going to stop us from being able to talk to air traffic, but it'll be we're getting ready to hand over comms to our co-pilot anyways. All right, so we're going to stay on this path here until we get to Bravo 1, which is all the way up top. Get the tower tuned in. 118.45. I'm gonna put the co-pilot on terrain awareness. We'll put him on flight plan as well. Ryanair. I don't know if we'd see a Ryanair 737 here. That's a bit of a stretch, buddy. That's a bit of a stretch. Well, so far, I mean, it's a good airplane. I think Fenix has more equipment that you can play with for sure, but this is not a bad airplane so far. I wish the McDo was a little more study level than just plug and play, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. It works and we're flying. Like if we were in Microsoft right now, I'd probably still be fucking around at 9 frames a second. Orlando Tower, Spirit Wings 1837, holding short, runway 18 left, ready for departure.
Orlando Tower, runway 18 left, winds 100 at 9er.
Damn, that's
Fly
really
runway
loud.
heading, cleared for takeoff.
All right, let me give controls to the co-pilot. There they go. All right, let's go. If it's all green on the screen here, that's a good sign. That's the gospel, as they say. I would remove the stuff off the side here from... Oh, it's gone now. I like that the pushback, a better pushback, that goes away when you are moving past the speed that they can actually connect you. I think that's a really cool feature. I did get a Google API key for this today as well, so once we get up in the air, we'll turn on their maps and see how that looks. It should look pretty damn good from the little bit that I saw here. All right, and this livery, by the way, is part of their North America pack for $10. All right, let's go. Go 50% ish. Engines look good. All right, flex power set.
Caution on taxiway.
Airspeed alive.
Taxiway.
No, we're not, bitch. 100 knots. Let's check. B1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Engines sound a little weird, don't they?
Airwing 37, contact departure.
Orlando departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 4,000, turn right heading 205, vectors to Villain, then on course.
Still flying manually. I think we'll fly manually for a little bit until we make this big turn here. In the meantime, we can deactivate the spoilers. It's almost time to retract the flaps once we get past the S speed there. All right, flaps up.
Airwing 37, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, Spirit Wings 1837. Come on, co-pilot, you're supposed to read that shit back. These engines sound really weird. Alright, almost done with this turn here. And we'll engage our autopilot. Let's level out. Our wings level and autopilot on. Alright, we're in climb mode. We can deactivate ground proximity for flaps. We'll just turn off the seatbelt signs now. We're getting ready to go in the back and chill out. Put those on auto. Turn off all our lights here.
Climb and maintain flight level 280.
Dear guests, we are now at a safe altitude, and the use of current electronic devices is permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly, so please
Climb
sit
flight
back,
level
relax,
280, Spirit
and
Wings
enjoy your flight.
1837.
Thank you for choosing Spirit Airlines for your journey today.
Yeah, our co-pilot's not okay. Spirit Wings, climb and maintain flight level 280. Yeah, these engines sound really weird, dude. Alright, let's come down here. Let's go to performance. Okay, so we have a preset speed of 0.78. Let's put that in here. Put a cost index of 6. Now that we are gaining some altitude, let's turn off constraints and put on airports instead.
Spirit Wings 1837, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340, Spirit Wings 1837. Oh, we have an engine problem. It looks like we have some vibrations.
Wings 1837, Jacksonville Center. Good afternoon.
And N2 is higher. That would explain why it sounds so weird.
Altimeter setting.
Let me see if there's a way to fix when engine has too many vibrations. Let's see here. I don't think I have an emergency checklist here. So, engine.
Spirit Wings 1837, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Vibrating. Too much. Fan blade imbalance. Sometimes it could be a sensor. Okay, let's see here. Vibrating. Airline policy. Okay, if vibrations do not stop, apply small rudder inputs. Do not use rudder pedals. let's go down to, let's do 250. There's no emergency checklist. Everything is good. It just must be a fan blade that's bad. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. I think I have failures turned on right now. Let's see here. Chicago's on X-plane, that's cool. Bit of a fuel imbalance too. Let's put on our cross-feed switch. Maybe that'll balance out some of the fuel. That could be maybe why we have a little bit of a don't know if those couple 100 pounds would really make a difference or not. One thing about X-Plane is that it does work. it does. You can get in the airplane and fly it. Something you really can't do too well on Microsoft 2024. All right, let me look at kick real quick and see why I can't. Why I'm just not able to stream. You kick right now. Maybe if I authenticate it, maybe that'll help. Bit rate should be 8,000 kilobytes per second. Keyframe interval of 2. And we'll do good quality. Let's save this. Try it. All right, I think we finally got kick fixed. There we go. We should be on kick. Hello, kick. Willkommen. Willkommen. Welcome, Mitch. Hopefully when we get up to cruising altitude and we can throttle back a little bit, maybe these vibrations will ease up a little bit. They're not like out of range to where I'm worried about like trying to turn back around or anything. I think we'll be okay. All right, we can turn this off. Rain now. All right, we can go back into managed speed mode now. I do have to jump off here in probably about 35 minutes, so I'm gonna, once we get up to cruising altitude, I'm gonna then fast forward us to our top of descent. Whoa, that shouldn't have been that loud. That thing almost got into the red. I got a good amount of filters on too. I don't know why. Usually when I say the word cuck, like cuck, that usually triggers it to go really loud, but wow, that shouldn't be going that high. See, I have it set with the filters where I can talk very quietly or I can yell close to it, and it should stay fairly the same volume. But sometimes when I say certain words like cuck or cock or cock-a-doodle-doo, that "k" sound seems to get me every time. Let me filtrate this a little bit more. Let me infiltrate this compressor a little bit. Cock, cook, cook-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock. See, it's still the cock, 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 cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock. It's still, Jesus, it doesn't matter what I turn this down to, it's like regular talk, it goes down, but anytime I see "k," it goes right up. All right, so we just got to make sure we don't say anything like with too many C's in it. Anti-C stream. K. See, now you can't barely hear anything. Cock, cock, a doodle doo. Yeah, I'll just leave it to where it was before. It was like minus 27. Cock, a doodle doo. I always liked that part of what was that Howard Stern movie years ago, Private Parts, when they were sitting around coming up with this game when they worked for WANBC, and it was like, all right, what? Complete this word, pussy blank. And it's like willows, and it's like, right, pussy willows. And then say this, end this statement for me, cock blank. A doodle doo. That is right, cock a doodle doo. You want to put your cock a doodle doo in my pussy willow? Isn't that right, Brett?
Yeah, Gene, that's right. I'm like a cock-a-doodle-doo.
Dear guests, we're now
Yeah, I always like that part of
the cabin crew will begin
part of that
our
movie.
snack and beverage service shortly. Be sure to try our popular items like delicious chips and refreshing soft drinks. After the service,
At least you don't have wraps this time like you normally do.
Thank you.
Oh, never mind. I think she just said wraps. Alright, so we are at cruising altitude now. And we are still vibrating like a mug. Alright, well now that we are at altitude, let's go ahead and start dragging this airplane to where we want it. Let me put this back on arc so I can see the map a little better. Let's grab this. Let me just look at our route. I think I stay on this airway for a while. Oh yeah, until we get to John's, which is by Albany. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, we're good. Jesus, come on, man. Anybody want to hear all that?
I need you at flight level 380, sir.
that's annoying. All right, before I move again, I am going to put this on like oh, I guess I can't. All right. All right, let's try this again. There's Albany right there. Why does it do that? That's so gay. Why? Why do you increase like that? That's so dumb. Let's wait till we get up to... No, you know, I don't even really care, actually. We have quite a ways to go of me dragging this airplane, so let's just get to it. Let's wait for the new map to load.
Spirit Wings 1837, Atlanta Center, good afternoon.
Come on, map. There we go. That's what I thought. We have a while to go until we descend. bit, and then should be pretty damn close to ascending.
Spirit Wings 1837, contact Atlanta Center on 125.9 or 25.
No, I'm gonna turn off.
Spirit Wings 1837, Atlanta Center, good afternoon.
Hey, Captain Greg. Would you and the first officer like anything to drink or a small snack while we're cruising?
No thanks, we're gonna be descending soon, thank you.
Understood, Captain. I'll ensure the cabin is prepared for descent.
I didn't say we're descending now, bitch. I said we're getting ready to descend. We still have a little while to go. Alright, let me make sure we have our landing information in here. Clear out oh, we can't clear out VORs. That's interesting. 111. This is probably the correct info already in here, which I don't like when they do that, but yep, that sure is. That's the right info.
Spirit Wings 1837, contact Indianapolis Center on 126.9 or 25.
30.30.
Spirit Wings 1837, Indianapolis Center, good afternoon.
Temperature is 28. Wind is 190 by 18. Vision height, we have 983. Flaps 3. Alright, we should begin our descent here pretty soon. Yeah, we only have 50 some miles, so now we need to get down to an altitude of about 5,000 feet. So currently we are at, so we'll need about 115 miles roughly to get down in altitude, maybe 125. Those them damn vibrations. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit more. Time for descent. We have begun our descent.
Spirit Wings 1837, descent via Gibbs 4 to 4,500 Hagel, transition into Indy, altimeter 3,000.
Descend to 4,500 on the Gibbs transition into Indy. Spirit Wings 1837.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have begun our approach to Indianapolis. Please return to your seats, stow your tray tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright, we are not getting down quick enough. Let's do expedite. And let's put our speed brakes on. Just for a few minutes. So we can get caught up on our descent path here. Moving the airplane the way we did on the map. I don't agree with it fucking with the altitude like that. That's really gay. Oh, and how I found this flight today, all I did was I took this tail number here. Why can I click on something here? I need to do that on the ground. See what this click spot is. I just plugged that number into FlightAware and just picked one of the flights that I thought looked pretty cool today. Oh, green dot's above us now. Shit. All right, let's go back into manage descent. We'll leave the speed brakes up for now, so we can start balancing out. Okay, speed brakes out. All right, we are pretty much back on point now. There's our green dot. Still a ton of wind noise, man. Let me turn down that interior again. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy that there's that much noise like that. All right, vibrations are now back in line. We could probably turn off the flaps 3. All right, we are making our descent into Indy. We are making good time. Especially because I got an appointment here coming up. Let me make sure we're on kick now, which we should be. Hooray! It's working! Hooray! Yay, kicks! All right. Pretty sure we have live weather on. I hope we do. Let me make sure. Yeah, live weather and real world traffic. Okay. I mean, real world time and all that. I tell you, one thing I like really good about this tablet here is when you're in checklist, instead of giving you this little arrow to click on, they give you 3. I think that is awesome. You can just click on any arrow, you know, if you want to use the checklist. which I recommend. This checklist is not very comprehensive, but it's a good enough to teach you, you know, what buttons to push in which order. But it's not study level, that's for sure. Pretty close though, pretty close. The fappening, oh my god. Where we're going. All right, we are still well below the our recommended speed right now. We're still on the green dot, which is good. Current altimeter is 30.00. It's a nice little airplane. I mean, I like it. I like being able that we can just get in and fly it. I like that we can put a secondary flight plan in without an issue. I just wish that we had a dick do. A dick do for talking to air traffic control, but ILS 23 right.
ILS runway 23 right approach into Indy.
Oh yeah, that's what I have. Sweet. I like when a plane comes together. I wanted to fly around here today because I know there's bad weather today. I bet you we had all them vibrations in the beginning of the flight because all them people in the back fighting. It was throwing off the center of gravity, and hey, next thing you know, the engines are vibrating along with the fight. And we are still descending nicely.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing cold drinks and a light meal. Please prepare your folding tables. Make
Wrong part of the flight, buddy. Wow, look at that. That's some alien shit right there. Look at that. It just stops. That's it. No more storm. It just hit a brick wall. It hit a see-through brick wall. Like Theo Hills on a stripper. See right through it. I tell you what, now that I'm flying this airplane, I wonder how Flight Sim Labs would do on 2024 again. Because it's not like every airplane has an issue in 2024. It's just these type of airplanes typically do. And it's only at really big airports. Like if we would have flown from like Bangladesh to Little Town Russia or Little Town China, probably would have been fine. But I was running GPU-Z yesterday with just OBS and it showed it was using like 23% of my GPU memory. So I was like, well, that's the case, I'm just gonna flip the restream. So I got the one subscription where I could stream to multiple places, and it still wasn't helping. I spent all day yesterday working on that. all day. There were so many flights I planned on doing yesterday and things I wanted to do, and I just sat here all day, just brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, brick wall, and just kept on running into walls. But yeah, if you run the iFly 737 MAX in 2020, it works just fine. 60 frames a second, 30 frames a second. I don't need it to be 90 frames a second, 60. I just want it to run smooth. And it just, in 2024, it's just, unless you have a GPU that's like 16 gigabytes of memory or higher, you're gonna run into issues with big airplanes at big airports. Flying the little Cessnas and Beechcrafts and Pilatus and those kind of airplanes, that's no big deal. You can fly them anywhere. Now, if they made an airplane with lighter textures, maybe that would be a different story. But yeah, I did everything. I moved the level of detail all the way down to like nothing. Started there and just worked my way up, and I had it working really good without OBS or without any background processes. So then I tried to move everything over to my laptop. I'm still getting this message here. The stream's bit rate is 10,000 kilobytes, is higher than the recommended bit rate. Use a streaming bit rate of 2,500. Wow. I don't know about that. If you're streaming in HD, it needs to be at like at least 6,000 or 8,000 kilobytes. All right, can I preset? No, I can't. Wait a minute, does it change it down there?
Spirit Wings 1837, contact
No.
Indianapolis approach on 119.05.
God damn, that is still so
Wings
fucking loud.
1837, Indianapolis approach, good afternoon.
I've been turning that down all game too. Yeah, I got that thing down all the way, man. We shouldn't be that loud for that. That's COM 2. That's COM 1. All right, pressure is set. Get this down to 4,500 feet.
Altimeter setting.
This really is a good looking game. I think I got everything turned up pretty much like, I think I got everything maxed out too on the settings. It's amazing the difference of this simulator versus 2024. Just the ease of use and how well it just works all the time. I just wish there was a selection of airplanes in this that, like Microsoft. I can forego some of the study level type stuff, like with the MCDOs and the FMCs and things like that. Or I guess if we're gonna just use these letters and instead of MCDO, or we'll call it a FMIC. For the FMC. Oh yeah, if you live in northeast Nebraska today, southwest Missouri, and then the southeast part of I forget the state that's above. It might be the Illinois, the southwest part of Illinois. Yeah, you guys are supposed to get rocked this afternoon with big bad storms and maybe some really dangerous tornadoes. Alright, let's put ourselves back in constraint mode. Put on some landing lights. Yeah, this airplane is decent. It's not as good as the 777. Now I have a 777 flight planned as well, and I also have a Dash 8-400 flight planned for later as well too. So I'm not sure which one of those we're going to do. Might do both of them actually, because they're relatively short flights. Let's put the co-pilot on terrain awareness. Set our parking brake. I mean our landing brakes. We're doing well with our constraints. Still hear that offset from the engines. Now the other engine is vibrating a little bit more than it should. One thing I like about these airplanes in the simulator is that you can see these screens. You can just click on them and they show up. Like in the 777, you just click on one of the spots around it. This one, you just click right on it, which is great. But I will tell you, if you do buy this airplane and you have trouble getting the air rack updated, hit me up. I found a very easy way to update it. Very easy. Oh yeah, let's put get a fix put in here. We'll just do kind, since we probably can't put the runway in. And we're going to do a 30-mile ring around this bad boy. And we have a hold set for Edie, just in case. All right, yeah, that is looking good. Put our seatbelts back on now that we are getting close to landing. She's a little too nice to be working for Spirit Airlines. Oh shit, I gotta be off this in 10 minutes. Fuck, I might not be able to land this thing. Damn. It'll probably be like land and then that's it. Alright, I'm gonna turn off say intentions right now just because. And let's go into that mode. Activate approach mode. we are so close to landing too. Shit. We need to be just descending a little bit at a time right now. Yep, we just downgraded. All right, let's go flaps. Oh, spoilers. Arm them. Go flaps 1. Activate approach mode if you can. We are almost lined up with the runway. Boy, I am really cutting this close. Good boy. I was hoping to eat something before this session today, but I guess not. All right, localizer's been captured. Get down to landing speed. Oh, let's put our gear down. We don't have much room left. Ah, we are really high. All right. My control. All right, let's get down in altitude. Cabin crew, take your seats for landing. Flaps 3. I would, if I was planning on doing a go-around or any sort, or if I had more time, I'd be setting a higher altitude right now for... Alright, flaps full. I'd be setting an altitude for our go-around, but... so nice flying into an airport and it just being smooth and the frame rates are good. There's no VRAM leaking. One of my friends said I should put some duct tape on the VRAM. That's good. I was thinking about getting that spray that, what was it, Billy Mays used to sell, where you could spray it like on the bottom of a boat and it would like seal it from water coming into it. I forget what that was called. We are, oh, what's our wind doing? Oh, we have wind coming in from the port side. Shit, we need to angle it a little bit more. All right, we are lined up again with the glide slope.
1,000.
We need to get over a little bit more.
Caution. On taxiway. On taxiway.
That's all right. My first time landing, I'll take it. Hard landing, I don't believe that. All right, I'm getting out of here. I have an appointment to get to in 3 minutes. So that's about it, my friends. I will see you on the next episode of the Airplane Show. See you, my friends. There we go. See you.